Welcome to Craigoala, the Craigoala Entertainment and Halo podcast. My name is Anthony Nicolosi. I am joined by Potatoes.
Hey.
Hey, I got your potatoes. Sinister.
Hello there.
Sinister down here. And Marcus, the editor.
Marcus the editor, baby.
He's
That's
down
me.
here in this corner. So if you're watching, I'm redirecting you. This is potatoes. Fuck. This is way harder to do. When you're reversed like this, there's potatoes. Okay. So we've alluded to this topic. Yeah, as you unfortunately for those who are watching, you're not going to get that fresh live video footage of the other guys because their internet is not capable of simultaneously transmitting their video and their audio. So anyway, we're going blind on this one. Okay, the topic for today we've alluded to a few times. It's the topic is a little contentious right now in the Halo community. It's Battle Royale. Having a Battle Royale in Halo Infinite. There are a wide variety of stances. I think this is where we'll start today. On whether Halo Infinite should even have a Battle Royale or not, and the supporting arguments for why it should or shouldn't. Let's first go around the table and see what you guys think. Do you guys want Halo Infinite to have a Battle Royale? We'll actually start with Sinister.
Thank you. So, I feel like I enjoy Battle Royale like on a certain degree, and when I compare it to the classic arena shooter, there's parts where I don't like it whatsoever. But I will say that I do enjoy the Battle Royale genre to a certain degree. And I feel like Halo, as my favorite arena shooter, if they do a Battle Royale, I probably enjoy it. And as we'll get into it later, it also depends on if they do it right, but I'll just say that for now. So if they do it right, I'd want the Battle Royale to stay around. And if they didn't, I really wouldn't mind it being there. It's not like it's actually doing too much to the reputation. So I wouldn't mind it, but it's just a matter of would I want it or would I just not mind it? There really isn't I'm not going to want this at all near Halo.
Okay.
So I'm down for that.
What about you, Marcus?
Well, I am the opposite of Sinister in the sense that I hate Battle Royales. I can't play Battle Royales because there's too much running around, there's too much looting, and then once you find someone, you're like, okay, here we go, gunfight. But they have like the next tier of armor or the next tier of guns, and so no matter how good you are, they kill you. And it's just like I've wasted like 30 minutes, beefing myself up. It didn't matter how strong I got, I still died, and now I have to wait another 30 minutes to fight someone. And it's a ludicrous waste of time for me. That's why I love Halo, that's also why I love Halo and Doom, is because they're both very fast-paced shooters, especially because Halo's an arena shooter and everything. I die a lot, but I like to try and get a high kill count. You can't really do that in Battle Royales. I personally I've never really played a Battle Royale where I stuck around very long to, get better at it. But Halo did a Battle Royale. I would for sure try it out. I would for sure play it with the Halo boys and stuff, but it would take a lot to convince me to keep playing it, I think. I honestly don't think Halo would be able to do it for me. So I would be very against a Halo Battle Royale. So
okay. Potatoes?
Well, so you see, in my opinion, it would be pretty cool. But then the other side of me is like, hell no. Because if the reason why Halo Infinite was delayed to fall 2021 was because they were adding a freaking Battle Royale, I would be pissed. I could never be more pissed in my life. But if that wasn't the reason, and they were just like, okay, we'll throw in a battle royale. We won't make it so Halo Infinite's delayed longer. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay, I'm down to play it. Seems pretty cool. I would play it, not as much as I would play the arena, but I have nothing really too much against a Halo Battle Royale unless they make it retarded, like the microtransactions just get way worse because of the Battle Royale or whatever. Then that's my opinion. It'd be cool, but it wouldn't at the same time.
Okay. Here's my take. You ready for my take? My take is that, like Marcus, I find the actual mode of Battle Royale to be boring as fuck. I feel like the amount of time you spend moving around and looting and hiding for cover and sort of finding people is like, whoa, it is so much more than the actual amount of time you spend in a gunfight, right? I think the favorite version of a shooter Battle Royale that I've played was probably Apex. But it still feels that way. I still feel like the amount of time I spend moving is disproportionately longer than the amount of time I spend in actual engagements. I don't think I don't think that's like broken per se. I think that's just like how battle royales are, and that is super in contrast to the parts of Halo that I like. You spawn into Halo. I would say the other day I played Halo 5 and I tried to consciously keep track of the amount of time I spent going from like one gunfight to another gunfight. If I spawn and I'm actively trying to like push to support the team in some like map rotation or to go for a weapon or to go for a kill, whatever the fuck, I'm usually in a gunfight within 5 seconds. Like I spawn and within 5 seconds I'm shooting people. And I respawn if I die, and within 5 seconds, I'm shooting people again. You're constantly shooting people, or at least you're not necessarily always in a fight to the finish one-on-one joust all the time. That's not necessarily the case. But from the point of like spawning and putting some shots down to push somebody out of a rotation from a certain base so that your team can kind of rotate, that happens very frequently in Halo. You're constantly in a gunfight. You're constantly moving and shooting and moving. You're not doing that in a battle royale, right? So that's my main beef. I find battle royales to be boring as fuck. Every version I've played, at least for me personally, like being the last one alive is not that like thrilling. You know, I won once in PUBG. That's my only ever battle royale win. And I was like, that was such a fucking huge waste of my time. Like, who gives a fuck? I just won. Like, there's the random loot awareness. I don't know. Extremely unsatisfying from that perspective for me. So, that being said, I also want to add, and now I'm going to, this doesn't necessarily have to be a really long answer, but from my perspective, a Halo Battle Royale implemented exactly as the current FPS Battle Royales are implemented will not be fun, in my opinion, okay? Because if you imagine like a game of Warzone or Apex, with squads, maybe it's I'm thinking mainly like one, solo Battle Royale experiences here, okay? When you spend an amount of time in these games looking for people and then you finally find them, usually the time to kill is much shorter than in Halo. So from my perspective, if the battle royales were more or less built as they are built right now for FPSs, when you finally track somebody down and you start putting shots in them and they take cover behind I don't know what, and you're chasing them down, closing in, trying to get a better shot on them, like you could easily, in my opinion, run into third-partied frustration / just, eventual like melee beatdown kills, like trying to get in there and throw some punches and clean them up or whatever, like close quarter combat, because of the fact that Halo has shields. So I don't actually think the average player who plays those other battle royales is going to find that very fun. I feel like you'd probably find that frustrating. I'm not necessarily saying this is what 343 is doing if they are making a battle royale and what they would do. But from a gameplay perspective, I think that if you just copy and paste Halo into Halo with shields and everything into these other battle royale types, it's gonna suck. Personally, for the people who do enjoy battle royale and the people who enjoy Halo, I still think like if you're a person like me, that experience is still not gonna do anything for you. That's my take. What do you guys think in that regard? If you literally just copy and paste Halo into these other kind of battle royales, do you think it would be fun? Let's start again with Sinister.
Sorry, could you repeat the question? I was
If
just,
you think would a Halo
about that first.
Infinite, if you do a Halo Battle Royale that's basically the same as Apex, as in like the dynamics of how looting works, how the map structures are kind of set, and whatever, how the amount of time that you spend in between engagements in those games, the amount of time that you spend traversing the world, if you copy and paste Halo into a format like that, do you think it would be fun?
Well,
Or do you think
I mean-
changes are necessary to make it fun?
I feel like it's not gonna be something I'd play all the time, because if I want an actual good Halo experience, I'd go there, or go to Arena, and if I want an actual good Battle Royale experience that's like not just Halo kind of scattered into what has already become, I'd probably just go do big team battle, and like that's probably as close as it would get.
So are you basically
But,
telling me no, you
I-
don't think it would be very fun?
Yeah, because I
'Cause you're
wouldn't
saying
go
you'd
there for like a
elsewhere.
full Halo experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it really depends though, because like with with Apex, they got like huge varieties, and I love the game. It just depends on like how Halo does it, because they have such huge varieties and all that they can do. So if you like copy and paste on a certain level, it just depends on what they do. Like if the map isn't that good, like Halo wise, then I'll probably just go play Apex. And if like the guns aren't like if they aren't, let's say, balanced out for everyone to get at least some good weapon of some sort, it'll like, because that's the thing with Halo, like all guns have been one type. There hasn't been rarities. So I can see like the Halo Battle Royale, I have like a picture in my mind about it, about how it could work. I won't go into it yet, but I'll say like if they copy and paste from what other battle royales have done, I wouldn't play it too much, because I don't feel like a Halo game with that type of RNG base behind it, where I could get they could convert it into, I could get the gray shotgun, or some other guy beside me in the next area building or whatever could get this gold shotgun. Like that's not Halo to me. Halo has always been fair. Like it's a fair fight, and you fight, and you fight for what you get, and you earn it. Like the power weapons, you fight for those, you earn them fairly for the most part.
Yep.
Unless you steal it from your teammate after they kill you, or kill them, or like you get the point. But basically most of the time the best, like the best part about it is that practically every time it's always a fair fight. So taking Halo into that, and then making it so that like you could open up this crate or something, and it could give you the best gun in the game, or it could give you anything below that. And then the other guy beside you, he could get the exact same luck as you, or he could get better or worse. So it's like you could get the best gun, go kill that guy. He could get the best gun, go kill you. Or you could both get mediocre guns.
But I mean, isn't that what happens in battle royales to a certain extent right now? Like, that
that's the
problem's
thing,
not
but I
really
feel like
unique to-
Halo-
Yeah, well,
Yeah, but like Halo, it's just like I wouldn't want to do it then, because
that doesn't
it's just,
feel Halo to
it's
you.
just like
Yeah.
that. Halo is not outfitted for that type of battle royale. Like rarity wise, it's just not.
So I will say,
out-
and we'll actually circle back to this, but with the introduction of Warzone and Halo 5, you did have tiered weapons, right? You did have legendary shotguns. Like the Blaze of Glory completely shits on every other shotgun, in my opinion. I mean, Oathsworn is cool because it has the speed buff, but man, you can fucking snipe people with the Blaze of Glory.
And don't forget about the Didact Signet, though.
Yeah,
Oh, that thing's
yep, on the
so-
scatter shots. Like, so we'll circle back around to that, Sinister, okay? But what you said was totally valid, and I think a lot of Halo people would agree with what you just said. Marcus, do you think a Halo Battle Royale would be fun? Like, literally, you took Halo and you copy and pasted it into the formats of these other Battle Royales. Would that be fun?
Yeah, with like the whole. Okay, well, how I'm imagining it is like Halo 5 Battle Royale, where like it's the same like health and shield recharge system, right? Um, and that is different than any other battle royale, because every other battle royale is about, taking care of your health, taking care of your armor or your shields, picking up extra med packs or shield recharger thingies or whatever the Fortnite thing, the juicy thing. Um, it's all about like maintaining how much ammo you have, how much health you have, blah blah blah. In Halo, for a Halo thing, the health and shield maintenance is pretty much taken out, because somebody starts shooting at you, like, oh shit, you run into a building and then you just crouch in the corner and then let your shield recharge and then you're back to full health. And then I think if I was shooting at someone and they did that and they're just like perfectly fine within seconds, there's no penalty on them for having to take time to heal themselves, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, shit, I wasted half my ammo taking his health down. He was almost dead and now he's back to full health and he's coming after me. Especially if like the things with he has a gold sniper and I have a gray sniper that Sinister was talking about, then it's like, well, I had the element of surprise on my side. I could have gotten the gold sniper, but because this whole health and shield management system is taken out, I'm fucked, the only thing for me personally that I would be really excited about in a literal just Halo copy pasted Halo Battle Royale is driving around the vehicles. I think it'd be so fun just driving around in a Ghost, trying to splatter people and shit. The problem is I would probably get killed right away if I did that. So the more reason why Battle Royales aren't really for me. But yeah, I really truly don't think that style of Halo would work in a Battle Royale. Um, and that would mean that they would have to change a lot of big things to make a Halo Battle Royale work, and it would take a lot to really convince me that it's good and that it's still Halo. So
For those who are listening, we are about to
idea.
circle around to asking all of the guys how to make a fun Halo Battle Royale or what ideas they would have. But we'll get back to that, what Marcus is alluding to there in a sec. First, potatoes. Would it be fun?
So, would it be fun if Halo Battle Royale would have a normal sniper, a rare sniper, and a legendary sniper, and the person who gets legendary sniper is stronger, blah, blah, blah? Is that what you're asking?
I'm basically asking you, if you imagine Apex, imagine Warzone, whatever Battle Royale you want, and whatever FPS Battle Royale you want, and you plug in Halo, like with the shield mechanics, with the movement mechanics, with the vehicles, with that weapon sandbox, would it be fun?
I would have to say, because the way I'm thinking it could be would be really awesome, but the way that it would probably turn out if they did that, it would suck. Like, suck major balls right there. Like, I would never play that.
And why do you think it would suck?
Because Halo is mainly all about your skill. It's not whoever sees the prison first wins the fight. That would just defeat the main point of Halo for me. Because it's to showcase your skill. And if someone had a legendary gun and they shot you first, there's no way you could turn around, outstrafe them, and beat them. If they could hit like a couple other shots, you're dead. That's what I'm thinking. It would just turn out to be like Call of Duty. So I think that would be really not fun at all.
Okay.
Yeah, because you wouldn't be able to respond back into the battlefield to kill them. It would just be like, oh, well, this guy got luckier than me, and then I died, and I have to wait another 15 minutes to fight someone again. Like, that just sounds total bullshit.
Respawning is an interesting
thing
point
to add,
you bring up. Sorry. When Breakout was introduced in Halo 5, one thing a lot of the pros mentioned, the ones who had issues with Breakout and wanted to not include it, was at least from a personal preference standpoint, if you will, not necessarily a game mechanic. They just didn't like. They felt like Halo is all about respawning, understanding spawns, like in the arena format, right? Like that's in the arena game modes, respawning in the 4v4 game modes, respawning, the plays you make off of spawn, controlling certain areas on the map to prevent certain spawns or force spawns a certain way. That's all part of the strategy and the gameplay of that. And Breakout, with its single life format, remove that. Like, meaning that's part of the fun of Halo, is the whole respawning mechanic and everything like that, and coming in and controlling all that stuff. So anyway, just to say, Breakout is very different. But that notion of people liking this, I fight, I respawn, I get back into a gunfight. I mean, that's definitely something a lot of Halo people bring up over and over again. What are you going to say, Sinister?
So I was going to add, like, they could do something similar to Call of Duty's Gulag, where you can, like, when you die, you get a chance at respawning by fighting someone else who has died. And I played a bit of it, and I've done a few, but I don't remember if it's like you both get the same weapons.
Yeah, I think you
remember
do.
that.
Yeah, I think you
Yeah.
both could.
Yeah, so they could do that type of thing. That would really balance it out, give it like a good thing and a good go. And they could make it very unique as well. Probably do it in the domain even. I mean, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, it probably wouldn't work, but it's just an idea. But
Then just do it. Then just play a normal Halo match. Like if you have fun doing a gulag thing where it's like a balanced fight to get back into the game, just play a normal Halo match. Like it just, I don't know. It seems like everything that a Halo Battle Royale would do would eventually force me to go back into a random matches. So
Well, I mean, I think this discussion is kind of bringing up, like, the people who like Halo Arena multiplayer, right? And I would even say to some extent Big Team 2 is included in this. Like, hey, if you're a Big Team or Arena lover, Battle Royales are just a functionally different kind of a game mode than those, right? They don't offer the same kind of experience, the same kind of fun that you're looking for in those other game modes. So to some extent, this is, I'm not going to necessarily say this is only for a market, an extended market play, like at people who don't currently like Halo who might be interested. I'm not necessarily. It's just offering a different kind of game mode within Halo, but it's definitely outside of what we usually find fun in Halo multiplayer, So yeah, who is it for? Why do you play it? I don't know. I am sure there would be some people who play Halo who would find a Battle Royale fun to play too, but yeah, I don't know. It's very much a different kind of fun from what I think Halo offers. The most fun you can have in Halo multiplayer, in my opinion, is in that 4v4 game mode. When you play some, especially when it's played competitively. Oh, well, outside of the crazy custom games, but in that 4v4 game mode. And Battle Royales are a very different kind of fun in that 4v4 game mode, from my opinion. Were you going to say something, Potatoes?
No.
Oh, okay. I heard you creaking your mic. I thought you were
I just opened it. Let's get the next question.
Well, yeah. So anyway, the Gulag was an interesting idea, Sinister, like having that, and I think maybe, right? Like you could have a Gulag. I just do not think if you're a Warzone lover and you play a Halo Battle Royale that works like Warzone that you're going to like it. So,
yeah.
Anyway.
Plus, I don't think it's enough Halo-wise, because Halo, you can die as many times as the limit of kills goes, and you can still respawn to get back into the fight instantly. So the Gulag idea would only really give it about one respawn, unless they did a little spin where it could be two sometimes, where you could get a reboot card or something along those lines, and you could use the Gulag to do something. I don't know. It's a whole thing that.
Well, so let's roll it. Let's roll on that a little bit, Sinister. Let's roll into the next question, which is, if 343 is making a Halo Infinite Battle Royale, and we'll actually finish this conversation after we ask this question. We'll talk about, like, even if the Halo Battle Royale sucks, should it still be in there? Why or why not? Okay. But before we get to that, let's say 343 is doing a Halo Battle Royale and they ask Sinister, how do we make this thing fun? What are maybe as many things as come to mind, but at least like one or two things that you think might make a Halo version of a Battle Royale fun? Like, you're tweaking at this point, you're tweaking the kind of standard Battle Royale formula potentially.
Yeah. Well, the first thing that I must add is a good environment. Like, you need a place that feels like when you're traversing through it, you're having fun, but you're always on edge. So it's not like this area, like the whole map is always so open and you could be sniped at any given moment, and there's just no advantages for you to really get on. That's not the best. Like, I feel like with Halo specifically, it could do like platforms and all that, which would make the environment a lot like better. And looking at Halo 6, they're gonna like it's based on a ring with many environments. I feel like they could do quite a bit. Like in the trailers, they had one snowy area, or in the it was 2018. They had a forest, they had snowy mountains,
Right.
they had like a desert area, they had like a beach area. You could do all that, and the mountains, like those are the advantage points I'm on about. But then also forming structures, and the fact that the ring's also breaking apart, that could be used to the advantage.
So you're thinking
Maybe.
the Halo environment, specifically in this case, it sounds like you're saying like this, the fact that you have this like broken Zeta Halo environment could make for one, beautiful environments, I think, and then two, also for interesting environments from a gameplay perspective. You could have like a broken forest going up, they like have a few sets of like big chunks of earth, or of Halo that are floating up, that have trees and shit on them, and that could be cool. Is that what you're kind of saying?
Yeah, that's also where I think the equipment will come in as well, because like we have grappling hook, and that's like a very big thing from like what I can see. So we're like, if we're gonna have something like that, we're definitely gonna have to have some good obstacles in the environment in order to utilize these to their best potential. But anyway, the environment needs to be very good, but not to the point where like it's an obstacle course on like back and forth. Like you don't want to be able to just go anywhere at any time. You want to have strategy, like there would there would be in a normal Halo, a Halo arena. But you also want to make it so that it's not too much strategy, so that you're not just bouncing up top of boxes to get to the next area, not the like advantage point. We're talking the next area. Like you don't really want to do that. You want to be able to like drive the vehicles smoothly up there, about 2-3 entrances. But the compromise is they're in different areas of the thing. So like there could be bridges that lead up to certain points, but they have to be spread out so that you like it makes you think. But then there's like other options that also make you think. Like that's the thing with Halo. It's always about you thinking what's the best option and how can I do this? Because everything's fair. So that's one of the only things on your mind. So they should probably keep that for Battle Royale, and they could even expand it. So
okay, so when I'm
thinking
hearing like
environment.
maybe like the leveraging the kind of sci-fi aspects of the environment could lead to interesting gameplay scenarios alongside the rich vehicle sandbox. Could also I actually agreed to that. I still don't think it fundamentally fixes the problem of why I would play it though.
Oh
You
yeah.
know? Like if I can go in campaign, and we'll circle around to Marcus here, but if I can go into the campaign and do like an open world Zeta Halo thing, and Zeta Halo's got parts that are broken up and beautiful and stuff like that I can use, like, you know what I mean? Like I get the Halo offering. I would say it's probably even in a way more pure in that campaign experience than in the Battle Royale experience, where I might be like going up some broken forest and get just fucking sniped from somewhere and it's over. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
But those are cool. I like those ideas, actually. I think they're cool.
Yo, can I go next?
Yeah, Potatoes, you go.
Yeah, my phone's at 2%, so I have to speed it up. So anyways, I was thinking it would be sick. I don't know if it could work. They could find some ways to fix some of the things that I'm thinking of that wouldn't work in this thing. But just a giant, like 100-player, maybe 60-player, like team arena game. Like everyone spawns into the same guns, different parts of the map, and they like fight off. Like everyone's even, same shields and stuff. If they're about to die, they go hide and like try to get their shields to recharge up. And if they want to find a different gun, there would be like a BR laying somewhere, anywhere, blah, blah, blah. If you can kill someone to get their BR, maybe there'll be some like Covenant in one section that you can go kill to steal their plasma pistols or their any guns, the Covenant weapons. Like if there's vehicles or stuff and you want a plasma pistol to knock out the vehicles, you go kill the Covenant to steal their weapons. And then you could do the same thing with the Forerunners from another part of the map where they spawn normally. And then like every like quarter of the game, there would be like a sniper spawn, but everyone on the map can see it. There'd be like 4 snipers spawning on the map at the same time. And that's how you get the game to like make it so there's a constant fight. They're trying to get the sniper. Everyone knows where everyone's going to be, so they go there. And they all fight for the sniper. And in the end, it could be a solo game or it could be a 4s game, a 2s game, whatever. The best squad gets a sniper and they get rewarded for killing people instead of just finding a nice gun on the floor. And it'd just be like that, kind of like you're constantly in a fight because you know there's going to be a good weapon there, so you're going to be finding people left and right everywhere. The map would be a good amount of size for 60 people, not too small, not too big. And kind of what Sinister said, the map has to be like good looking and like have these kind of little obstacles, but not too much. I think that would be a really sick way they could add Battle Royale into Halo Infinite.
Cool. When I get to my turn, I think we're gonna have some overlap there. Real quick, Potatoes. First of all, go find a charger. You get back in here. And second,
I can't.
Second of all,
because my microphone's connected to the charger output of my phone.
Damn, Apple user.
Yeah, fuck Apple, dude. Charge your phone while we're talking so that you don't.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
But second of all, Potatoes, real quick. What would you say is the average length of time that you spend in a battle royale when you win? Like, how long is the game when you win one?
Depends if you find people right away or they're all spread out through the map hiding. My quickest game, my quickest game was like 9 minutes. My longest game was like 35.
Okay, cool. I will use this information later. What about you, Sinister? Real quick, have you ever won a battle royale? You have. I saw you won Apex at least once.
Yeah.
What would you say is the average amount of time a game takes when you win?
Well, I mean,
I just need a number.
Depending on the way it goes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so for normal matches, it could take between 15, 25. Depends how fast, like, as Potato said, if they're hiding or if they're full on frontal, it can do between 15 to 25. Sometimes a little more. Then for comp, that can take up to 45 minutes from my experience. Like, I was doing don't judge me, I was doing Fortnite and this was for money. Failed to get it, but you get the point. Anyway, we were doing comp and it took about 50 minutes of straight up hiding and all that, I think. Or maybe it was like around just 40.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is somewhere between 15 to even 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, 15 to 40.
Everything gets crammed up. Sometimes no one wants to shoot.
Yeah,
so
no, I hear you.
That's when Battle Royale's becoming a tappy.
Tappy. Marcus, what does 343 comes to you who hates battle royales, and they're like, Marcus, we know you hate it, but we're making one. What should we do to make it fun?
Okay. Well, I was honestly racking my brain trying to think of ways to make Halo Battle Royale good, because first of all, you need to make Halo a Battle Royale. And in order to do that, like the thing I said before, you need to end up implementing a system where you manage your health and your shields. Thankfully, in Halo, there's like health packs and stuff, so there is a health management system that I know of and that I like in Halo with the health packs. They can be used very strategically. But with the shield system, that's going to be a thing. I don't think I'm going to want to, because this is something that I don't like in normal battle royales, is having to reload shields or armor or whatever. And if I have to do that in Halo, it just wouldn't feel right. I'd be like, why do I have to reload my shields, but in an arena game I don't have to? Like, it's like I would have this like disconnect from like a mechanics standpoint, in my opinion. But that's what they're going to end up having to do. Now, that was the only really thing that I thought of, but I'm glad that Mateusz talked first, because a big ass 60-person arena game would be super fun because of this. It would be an arena game, so it being an arena, you'd get to respawn, which I like. But I decided to add on to it if it's going to be a battle royale, there's going to have to be one winner, or like a one squad that wins. And so how are you going to be able to do that, have one squad survive and win, and also have respawning? And so I thought would be a really cool idea is if each team or each individual had a certain amount of respawns that they can use. So like you die, and you get to spectate your team or whatever, and you have like 5 respawns you can use. You can respawn right away, drop down maybe in a set location, maybe where you died, maybe with your squad. I don't know which would be the best. Maybe you could pick that. I don't know. But you can use it maybe right away. Maybe you can use it later in the match. You can use your respawns at any time. I think that would make a really interesting aspect. And like if an entire squad gets wiped out, they can still respawn and everything. I think that would be really cool. Except maybe if a whole squad respawns, maybe they'd all have to respawn at a separate location so that they don't just respawn on their bodies and take out the team that killed them. I don't know, but I think I would really enjoy that, because then it would introduce a whole new mechanic with respawn maintenance. Like, when do I use my respawns? What's the best possible time I could respawn on my squad? I don't know. I think that would be really cool. I would definitely play it. Maybe like I would learn that I don't like it after a while, but I would be very excited to try it out. Because of this just like aspect of like a 60-person mosh pit where if you die, you don't die, But yeah, that's, I think, the only way it can, an arena game of Halo can still be a battle royale that I would enjoy,
You're a Reina.
Arena.
Arena's like a queen in Spanish.
Isn't that Regina?
It's like in Latin, I think. You kept saying arena. I'm like, what the fuck? It's arena.
Arena?
No, it's not arena. Let's go play some 4v4 arena. Anyway,
that's how I've said it this entire time. How are you just now noticing?
I'm just now giving you shit about it.
All right, so that's how an Arona battle royale would be able to work well for me. I would love an Arona battle royale.
You would love basically 60v60 with respawns.
No, not like 60. Well, it could be 60v60.
I'm sorry. Yeah, like a big. You're basically asking for a huge ass free for all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With like a set amount of respawns, so that there would be ending up.
I mean,
you know.
I'll be honest, kind of like a Super Smash game. If you told me there was like a big Warzone map where it was a 60-person free for all, after you die 5 times, you're done, could be fun, honestly. But
That's why I like it, because it's a Super Smash Bros. Thing. I never even thought of that.
yeah,
That's
you
why I
like
like
you
the
basically
idea.
have a set amount of lives. You're on this big ass like big team battle map, and it's completely different than the traditional battle royale formula. And that's personally. That particular point, I feel like for Halo to be fun as a battle royale, like last man surviving wins kind of thing, it does need to change up the formula a bit. So that's an interesting thing. I wish I had enough time in my life to dedicate to more time, like to thinking about this more. But here are some key characteristics I think of a Halo battle royale that I think would make it fun, or that I'd be looking for to make it fun. I think that the max amount of time for a game that you win should be like 8 minutes max, maybe 10. So you guys were saying like 25 to 35 to 40? No, never. 10 max, okay?
No, but big team battle games are way longer than that.
Not really. If you have a capture the flag game, it's to whatever the time limit is, which I think is 15 minutes. And in a 15-minute battle royale game, I'm sorry, a 15-minute capture the flag game is different. Okay, from a time, this isn't necessarily a time perspective. Like, I don't want to spend more than 10 minutes in a battle royale. Let me explain to you why I think this has to go. DSM Tigers in chat saying, nah. In my opinion, 200. Oh, he said two. Hi, I've just been redeemed. If you're listening to this on audio, we are interacting here with our chat. We do these always live on Twitch and post it later. I've been told to hydrate. And he says, in my opinion, 200. Anyway, I don't know what DSM Tigers are talking about, but he did tell me to hydrate, so I just did. Okay, so here's what I think. God, fuck, he told me to hydrate again. This is my last one, DSM Tiger. I have to. He's redeeming research points or whatever. Okay, I like what you were saying, Potatoes, about elements in the map that are communicating to all of the players where to go and essentially forcing encounters. I really like that. And this is what I was kind of thinking. If you take some of the elements that were in Warzone, I think you could leverage them in an interesting sounding battle royale design. And the way it would start, I don't know if you would drop, honestly. I think you might just random. I mean, like, I don't know, you could drop. Okay, let me just tell you what my original idea was. Like in Warzone, you actually start spawning off in some kind of a base. Okay? Meaning, different than a normal battle royale, you do not have agency over where you drop and where you loot. Okay, you don't have that. You spawn in one of the bases, and there is an initial fight with I don't know how many people inside of that base that you need to win to be able to escape, kind of like in Warzone again, right? I'm sure like the armory, that initial base wouldn't necessarily just have like one exit. There could be a few, so that even if you get a fight and kind of escape and everything like that, like you don't necessarily have to kill everybody and only one person gets out of the base is what I'm saying. Like several people could escape out of the base, or at least a nice, let's say 40% of the people who were initially in the base could escape. Now, when you escape, the only way you can get weapons on the map outside of the default weapons that you spawn with are by going to, think of something functionally like the armories in Warzone, where AI opponents spawn. You have to kill the AI opponents to obtain the weapons they drop, and or let's say the what was it called, like the rec kiosk in Warzone, you know, the Halo 5 Warzone, where like I don't know, where you could get things, the rec station, whatever the fuck it was called, right? So you have to kill the AI boss. The AI boss needs to be killed, not necessarily by you. The AI boss needs to be killed for that rec station to be open and available. You can only get what is available at that station or what the guy drops. So I don't know if you like you put out this notion, Matej, of like they could tell you where the snipers are. Maybe that could be something in addition to this. You have like a sniper HUD point, and you have first of all, real quick before I continue, for those who are listening, when I'm talking about Warzone, I'm not talking about the Call of Duty Warzone. I'm talking about the Halo 5 Warzone, which I liked. I don't like the Call of Duty one. Anyway, that was an unnecessary dig at my Call of Duty friends. We need to make it. Anyway,
Man, fuck Call of Duty Warzone.
Anyway, so you are moving from spawn. Initially, you spawn, you get into a gunfight. The amount of time that you spend from between engagements should not top more than 30 seconds max. There should never be a scenario where you spend more than 30 seconds not shooting somebody. And I cannot, like, in the grand scheme of an 8-minute game, I really was thinking maybe more on the 15-second side. You are never not shooting somebody for longer than 15 seconds. That could be an AI adversary that's on the map. Imagine like a Promethean knight with some of his goonies, and you kill him and you get like a souped-up battle rifle. You get souped-up DMR or some shit. It's not necessarily like always the AI guys drop you an incineration cannon, or they allow you to drive a warthog. Like maybe that's how you get vehicles in the game. You need to kill the AI adversaries commanding them or whatever. But you do need to kill them to get the things. You are constantly moving from where you spawn to those places so that you can get those bear guns. So maybe they drop you an overshield, whatever, something that impacts the game that strongly encourages you to pursue them. So it is actively funneling players into these points. The map closing aspect needs to be aggressive enough to support this short time frame. And basically, that's the game. You are constantly moving the players from one focal point to another, whether it's through an AI adversaries that's advertising like power weapons when you kill them, whether it's a power weapon spawning kiosk that's telling you that a sniper's dropping in 30 seconds. You have these points that move towards the center of the map. They are constantly forcing you into engagement. You spend no longer than 15 to 30 seconds between fights. You all start with the same weapons. There's no initial dropping and looting. That's the only way you get weapons. What do you guys think? It's basically like a free-for-all war zone.
Yeah, I like it. When you die, right?
Yeah, still in this one, when you die, you die. Unless you can have the whole like downing mechanic in a game of like duos or 3 or 4 people. But
yeah, and downing's already been a part of Halo with the Halo 5 campaign, so it would be justifiable to put it in, I think.
I'm okay with downing in those situations, but if it's solo, you're dead. Like you just die.
Yeah.
And the other thing, so actually, first question maybe, what do you guys think of like getting rid of the drop mechanic? Does that make
drop
it
mechanic?
I'm sorry, the dropping aspect of
moving?
Battle Royale, like where do you drop on the map and all that stuff? This version would not have that.
Hang on a second. Sinister, you go.
Does that make it not a Battle Royale to you?
Like no, the fact that it's a battle royale, and like no battle royale is defined by the fact that you drop out of a plane, bus, or just something along those lines.
Like in my version, you functionally spawn and start the game in the gulag, like a huge gulag with a fuck ton of people.
Yo, I wanted to say something real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just to clarify something about mine, is that you do not drop, like what I was saying, I don't know if it made the point, but you do not drop and you do not get respawns. That's what I was trying to say about my thing.
Gotcha.
But anyways, I have something to say about this, but Sinister, go.
I feel like it, like, I like the idea, because dropping in Halo, it's just, it feels like it's kind of wrong, but yet again, if they're going to make a battle royale, people are probably going to expect that, but in my eyes, it really does not matter because Battle Royale is last. It's like a last man standing. It's not a jump out of plane or bus and go to your spot. So I really don't care. But I feel like they should do something very like player's choice. So I'm like thinking they could have like a like if they're not gonna do something like a drop, they could probably do like a hub area, and then you can choose what place you want to spawn in. And
Yep, this does remove
maybe it could
agency
be like
from
a
the
random
player on that
place.
initial. Essentially, that's what the drop gives you, right? You have some control over how you want to begin the game. You want to begin the fight. You don't get that in my version of things. You spawn into the gulag, and the way that you have to earn that agency by winning that gulag fight, if you will. If you kill everybody, from that point, you can sort of determine how you want to move from there. I imagine, like, if you had a big ass map with, like, let's say functionally 3 bases that everyone spawned out of, right? 3 or 5 that went around the side of the map, sort of like a pentagram, right? Like at the edges of a pentagram, you had like the big star shape, and you have the 5 bases. People who win those battles are flooding through there and sort of all have an equal shot at how they want to, from that point on, funnel into the center of the map, right? So you sort of have to earn the agency to choose how you want to go about doing things. Of course, in practice, it's probably not going to be an entirely symmetrical map. There's probably going to be, like, from the perspective of, there's going to be certain parts of the map that have some, I don't know, differences than others, just so that it's more interesting. I'm not sure. Mateusz?
Yeah. So what we're saying is going to be like very, very terrible for noobs
What I just
to
described?
play
But is he
this. In my opinion, because yeah, no, not liking. Anyways, so yeah.
No,
So I'm
that's
thinking
true.
what you're
That's
saying.
true.
I'm lagging.
No. You're true. You're right about.
Yeah,
It's going to be, if you suck, you will. If you are worse, then this is kind of the point. If you are worse than the other players in that initial spawn point, you're fucked. You're going to get killed.
Yeah. But anyways, so you just jump in arena, get pretty good, and then go to Warzone, because this is for the pros, you know. But I'm thinking is you spawn in, let's say 6 different gulags. If there's 60 people in the game, there's 6 different ones with 10 people in it, and there's like no, I don't know, because there has to be more. So let's just say. Say 10 different gulags, and the squad or person who wins, I don't know how to do this. Okay, this
It's
doesn't
okay. It's
really
okay. If you want to just communicate the high level idea of things.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just say there's a bunch of different gulags, and you get put with 4 or 5 other teams, and the winner of those gulags gets to go. They get like launched up into a different map, kind of. Like, just say a big ass Ragnarok, and the surviving people from those gulags have to battle it out. They can find guns from like a base in Ragnarok or somewhere else, and just kind of like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I do. I mean, from my perspective, again, if you think of my map as with the 5 or 10, however many it is, like, of these initial gulags that you spawn in and then win and come out of, right? If you think of like that as a circle that subsequently just gets smaller and smaller, every sort of tier, every step into that circle, let's say there are like 3 inner circles, if you will, in that larger circle. Each time you get to the edge of one of those inner circles, you find a ring of encounters, whether it's the AI guys, whether it's the bases, that in each ring, the weapons get progressively maybe more impactful. Maybe that first ring, if you start with magnums, I'm thinking the Halo 5 sandbox, we don't know what Infinite will have, but if you were starting with magnums, whatever the weapons that were dropped in that first ring were like I don't know, DMRs and Hydras. And then the third ring, you've got like snipers and rocket launchers. And the final ring is maybe like overshields and shit. So,
Okay, that's pretty cool. But this, what I'm saying is not really like it could be a sick ass game mode, but like you spawn and I'm changing it up. You spawn, you fight one other team, and if you beat that team, you get to like get out to the next circle. You can't leave that area. And it's like a tiny map. Let's just say Coliseum, where the bridge connects through the middle and the outside's not there, and you have some coverage in front of you. You have to gun them out, and so there's 100 people, and then once everyone gets out of there, there's 50 people. And then it just turns into like the normal battle royale. So like you have a chance, and then you can spawn with the BR if.
oh, I think now he dropped.
Oh.
We will pause on that thought. You could spawn with the BR. We'll see. So, yeah, I think one key thing with my idea is that you would really need to get matched with people who were of similar skill level for this to be fun for you, right? Like if you get spawned with people who are way better than you, you're just gonna get shit on. I guess if you got spawned with people, if you got matched with people who are worse than you, it could be fun because you're just gonna kick everyone's ass. But yeah, I don't know. This version of a battle royale is much more dependent on good, skill matchmaking than maybe the other ones. Does that cause a problem for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know skill-based matchmaking is kind of a. This is a sweaty. I guess what I'm trying to say is this battle royale version that I'm proposing, I think is pretty sweaty. It's not.
Yeah, you'd have to really, really. You couldn't do this casually. There's no way.
Do you guys, Sinister especially, do you guys play battle royales in a casual, chill way? Like, do you ever, when you play battle royales, do you play it to like, I'm just going to relax and play a battle royale? Or are they kind of all inherently a little bit sweaty?
Well, that's the thing with Battle Royale. They just, like, some game. Oh,
Yeah,
but,
he left. Just keep going. You're good.
Yeah,
you're good.
But with Battle Royales, they tend to have bad skill-based matchmaking. So it's not a matter of you choosing most of the time. Like when I was playing Fortnite recently to get like back into it before the whole comp stuff, just for a little bit, I would get into games and there could be like people out there that you'd think like how could someone be this bad? But then there could also be another guy in the same lobby who looks like this guy could go beat a ninja on his own terms, and it's just not good skill-based matchmaking. So it's like I don't know what to play. I'll play with whatever the mood is, but if I have to go sweaty or something, I'll go sweaty. But basically I don't think playing a battle royale, you can't always expect to go into it and think I'm just gonna be chill and play it like that. It just
it's an
just
inherently
not always
competitive thing.
in
Like
that.
you're trying to be the
Yeah.
last to survive. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
the
in
risk
fact, I
is
got
too
a.
high.
What was that?
The risk is too high in a battle royale to just take it
Yeah,
casually. You know,
yeah, and plus
like
I
if I
got
die, I don't
like
get to play anymore.
another
So,
thing. Yeah, another thing with skill-based matchmaking though is like, for example, when I was playing yet again Fortnite, my first game I got a win, and based off of my account, I purely have nothing like nothing skill based wise. Like I'm in the lowest ranks. My account level is maybe like 30 because I played on it a bit on my Xbox like 2 years ago, but that's about it. So it'll pair me with bad people and all. Like you'd think. I got paired with very good people in that same lobby, but they mostly like I let them die off or I finish them after a fight. But other than that, I got one win and it boosted my account level in quotes up about I think 2 points. So I was like level 32 now. And skill-based matchmaking decided to think to itself that I was now in maybe account level 3000. And it decided it was about time that I go up into a rank with people who could build an entire city before I have time to react. And that is not a joke. I was getting paired the next game, and this isn't even comp, with people who look like they belong in comp. And
Yep.
that's the bad thing about skill-based matchmaking, because one win, you may think, I just got a win, isn't that so great? No, you're now just never getting another. No, you're just not getting another one. Not unless you
skill-based
up your
matchmaking
game.
is, in my opinion, really poorly covered by the game scene in general. I just saw a video about it. I don't remember. Some Halo YouTuber just did it. Maybe it was Hidden Xperia. Maybe it was.
Yeah. That
And
was
I mean,
Xperia.
some of his stuff was fine. A lot of it was just like incorrect takes. I mean, the general, yes, skill-based matchmaking does make things feel sweatier, right? But the reason why the engagement rate is better for everybody is because the minority vocal population you see on social media doesn't like having sweaty games all the time and complaining about it. And there are a lot of people who feel similarly. Like, the people who are good at games are the ones who often suffer the most in this way from skill-based matchmaking, because since they're good, they always play good players, and it does take a demanding amount sometimes of cognitive resources to be able to play. That's in some way, like, a lot of times also why you see people creating Smurf accounts, blah blah, all that stuff, whatever, blah 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 blah. Not, I don't want to start the whole skill-based matchmaking thing here, but the point just being that playing other players who are about as good as you is, generally speaking, for the majority of the population, the best way to experience a game. So, it feels like they're competitive, but it's really just like maybe they're a step in front of you, and you're getting better, and so now you're put with a greater challenge. So I understand the frustration there, skill-based matchmaking, but just to say, okay, I don't.
Yeah.
I think the version that we're proposing, or at least I'm proposing, I guess I shouldn't say we're proposing, but the version that I'm talking about, skill-based matchmaking is really important to it. If you are a player, like the Potato said before, if you're a noob at Halo and you got matched in one of those initial gulags with one of us who's been playing Halo for 10 years, even though we're no pro gods or anything, you're going to get shit on. If you come in from Call of Duty, if you come in from Fortnite or whatever, Halo plays completely different than all those. Maybe you'll be all right. Like, I'm thinking, if you came from Apex and you played Halo 5, you're maybe the closest there, but it's still, Halo plays really differently than those other shooters, and you're likely to have a bad experience if you get placed with somebody who's not at a similar skill level than you, no matter where you are on the spectrum in this particular proposal of Battle Royale. Because unlike 4v4, where you could have a little bit of range in the skill levels on a particular team, Sinister, you might be, let's say, I'm making this up, like you could be a Plat 3 in a particular playlist. I could be a Diamond 2, but we can kind of make up for it. You know, we can kind of carry you a little bit, and you can sort of hold your own in against another team that's matched more or less in the middle. You know what I mean? Because we're a team. But when you're by yourself, that's not really the case, right? So, skill-based matchmaking would be really important. Tell the viewers, Potatoes, he would love a Halo Battle Royale if it was implemented right. So last thing I want to talk about, real quick. Let's not spend too long time of it. Oh my gosh, too much time on it. Is, even if it sucks, even if Halo Infinite has a Battle Royale that sucks, I would argue it still might be worth having for the following reasons. I want to see if you guys agree, and then your thoughts on this, okay? Having a Battle Royale is really good right now in this current day and time for content creation. So for Halo streamers, having a Battle Royale is really helpful. Of course, I do think that if the Battle Royale was shit and nobody liked it, it's not going to be helpful for long. But at least, especially at the beginning when Halo Infinite really first comes out, having a Battle Royale in there that is fun and that people want to watch really helps out Halo streamers and Halo content creation. Helps like these big Battle Royale streamers have something to try when they switch over. If you're a big Battle Royale streamer right now, 4v4 Arena, unless you already like Halo for another reason, is not a thing that a lot of people like want to jump to. You know what I mean? Or necessarily even want to watch. So I would say from a content creation perspective, that's nice. From a popularity perspective, it could help Halo having a Battle Royale, even if it's shit. And quite frankly, okay, the amount of people, considering that it's a free-to-play game, the amount of people, I've said this before, but the amount of people who are playing Halo when it launches are going to be disproportionately more on the side of, I haven't played Halo in a while, or I have never played Halo before, is just the facts. The amount of the current active Halo base who's playing Master Chief Collection and Halo 5 on a regular basis, regular being like once a month at least, is going to be a minority of the population at launch for Halo Infinite being a free-to-play multiplayer. An international free-to-play multiplayer, okay? It's just facts. Maybe this game, I think the lamest version of the Battle Royale potentially could be that you don't even use any of the things that Halo is cool for, any of the cool mechanics. You make like people talk about this ODST version of a Battle Royale, but a Battle Royale, that just basically sounds like a Halo skin on Call of Duty Warzone. You know what I mean? You use ODSTs to excuse the fact that you don't have shields, and you use tiered weapons, and you have drops and all that. You're just doing Warzone with a Halo coat of paint. And maybe that's what the world wants. Maybe that's what everybody wants. And maybe that's what will help Halo succeed. And from that perspective, I would argue that would be the reason to have Halo Battle Royale. It will help Halo sort of get back on the map on the global stage. From a game perspective, Halo 4v4 will still be there. So you could say, like, people would come for the Battle Royale and maybe end up finding the other Halo goodness in the process, you know. I don't know. That's my argument. What do you guys think about that?
I would not play it. I'm just gonna say that I would not play it.
I think I would probably try it. You know,
I would try it, and I'd want to play with the Halo boys, and then after, the only times when I would play it would be for shits and giggles. I wouldn't be like, if everybody's like, oh, let's get in, and it's like, oh, we're gonna go sweat mode and everything. Like, I would rather go sweat mode in Slayer. Sorry,
100%.
I don't really feel like not having fun.
I totally agree with you. Sinister though,
So,
what do you think?
I also agree. Like I like if it was a reskin, I still feel like it would do better because of how much variety there is. Because with a game like Call of Duty, you only have like a certain set of vehicles and weapons, which Halo has alien weapons of well, depends. The factions can vary, but more than one than the humans. So and maybe a crossover as well, because like with Infinite they might be like doing certain like things in the story where, because like they're saying that they have to like rely on old resources, and also it might even be some hybrids too. So they have a lot of those. Then it's the same with the vehicles. So I feel like a reskin, but Halo, it would be a lot better, because like think about it. Like if you have like Call of Duty or something, and you only have like these limited amount of guns and all that all kind of act the same, and then you have Halo where you have all these different guns that are like faction based and all act differently. Like the burst ones, there will be bursts with bullets, bursts with plasma. There will be rockets with plasma, rockets with actual rockets. Like you'll have two different types of play styles or more depending on what they do. So
Okay.
the reskin could work. I played a bit. I liked it because I mean a reskin doesn't really fully sell it for me. That's just it's just not the
Yep.
it's just not the full package, you know.
Yep.
It's like you could do so much more. But I'd play a bit if it was like
I think we'd all try
okay.
it, right? We'd all try it because we're Halo fans and it's in a Halo game, so we would try it. I mean, it's kind of like Breakout. I tried Breakout, but I didn't like Breakout and I didn't really play it.
I
So,
don't know if I've tried Breakout.
Marcus, are you pressing buttons?
Oh shit, you can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Damn.
Anyway, it's okay. It's okay. Actually, sorry. Fuck. One last thing to say on this is some people say I don't get why people wouldn't want Halo to have a battle royale. And from my perspective, this is what I think. Halo 5 didn't have big team battle dev maps. Okay, here's an example. The Warzone maps, in my opinion, in Halo were some of the best maps in Halo 5. Some of them. Like Ark, Escape from Ark was banging. I loved it. I loved the Warzone map. I'm trying to think of, like, Brittany didn't like Bramoala didn't like Skirmish at Dark Star, which is a really like close quarters combat. I personally liked it. I enjoyed them all, dude. I loved all of the Warzone maps. And what I would say, also based off of Halo 4, is that making big maps, in my opinion, is a strength of 343. So the reason why I wouldn't want them to make a battle royale is because, again, I would feel like 343's big map development time is now being spent on a battle royale instead of like big team battle or whatever. Of course, it doesn't have to be that way. They can do both, but it's the fact that dev resources are going towards this thing and not another thing. I seriously feel like the big game modes have been a strength of 343's, and it would suck that they get pulled towards having to deal with a battle royale instead of making some other cool big game mode, you know, like an evolution of Warzone, which I don't think is going to happen at this point, or an evolution of big team battle of I don't know. So, or what about like a big fucking huge invasion game mode, right? Like Invasion from Reach, but fucking huge, you know. I don't know.
That'd be pretty cool.
That could be cool, yeah.
Dude,
That kind of reminds me of World War II's, like Call of Duty World War II's. I forget what it's called. Damn it. It would help a lot if I remember what the name is. But basically, it's like two different teams, on like an attacking side and a defending side. Like there's one where it's like the beaches of Normandy. Like some people, you know, are spawning in the boats, running up to the shores and trying to take over the fortress and stuff. So I don't know. That could be really good.
Yeah,
but
no, I think that's shit, dude. If you had like space battles and shit, like you had to control. I've said this before, but like if you had like a big ass Warzone map, Halo 5 Warzone map, where you had to control like a certain amount of bases to be able to launch space vehicles up to be able to, you know, take the fucking Pillar of Autumn to go take like a crew. You're like in the broadswords and the other team is like in their cruiser and they send out banshees to defend it while you're sending out broadswords and all this shit, you know, and you gotta get on this shit.
That also reminds me of Battlefront, the old Battlefront 2 game. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Star Wars Battlefront?
Yeah, the old Battlefront 2 game where there was like a conquest mode where you would have to take over planets, and there was 2 phases to it. If the planet was already occupied by an enemy force, there was 2 phases. There was the first, you had to do a space battle where you know, for like a Halo thing, it would be you jumping in the ships and going and taking down the enemy ship, which would be like a Corvette or one of the UNSC ships. You'd have to do that, and then if you win that battle, then you're allowed to go onto a ground battle, and go and capture outposts and take down fortresses and stuff. That, like, I think people would receive that very well, especially if they've played Battlefront 2 in the past, Like I can see the Axeman making a video being like, "Holy shit, it's Battlefront 2, but it's Halo. This is so cool." If it's done
No, I
well.
agree.
So, yeah.
I agree. If it's done well, seems to be the key. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'll say it definitely seems like on all of these fronts, the delay gives 343 more time to cook up whatever they're cooking. So
I just want to say the best case scenarios that I can see is if they do add a battle royale at launch, and Halo's fundamentally different than pretty much every shooter out there. And so I think that to make a good battle royale, that still holds the Halo image, the fundamental formula of a battle royale is going to have to change, in some pretty dramatic ways. And if it's done well, it would be very good.
don't you think that would stream good though? I personally, like, if you were watching a good Halo Battle Royale player, like watching them win those initial engagements or whatever, if you won that game, you are like actually the best in a lot of ways. There's no it. Part of, I think, the excitement of a battle royale for a lot of people is that loot, is getting those, like, what did I get, whatever. You do take that away. Like this all of a sudden becomes much more just your skill. Like, you were better. You didn't get that lucky drop. You didn't get that lucky drop in the place that you chose to drop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the fundamental formula is going to have to change dramatically in order to maintain the Halo image. It's either that or they do the stupid Call of Duty reskin, but they don't release it at launch because they put time and resources into it after they deliver the game to us. Because if they're like Mateo said, they're fucking delaying this shit until fall, like if it could come out in spring, but they delay it to fall 2021 because they want to put a fucking shitty battle royale in it. That's not cool.
Well, you know,
like
what
if they release the game and then release the battle royale,
I know
like,
as
right,
Halo fans, that's what we think. But that's what we think. But honestly, I think for the best thing for Halo is not that. I think you have to have that battle royale there at launch.
Yeah, and that's the unfortunate reality.
Sucks. I agree. I wish that the thing that was hot right now was 4v4 arenas, you know, but it's not.
Yeah.
Like, and that's not what people are finding interesting right now. So I think, a battle royale should be there at launch. And if it is there,
I mean, I don't know. Maybe, like, you know, Halo's good. Halo's pretty good at marketing. Don't look at Halo 5 for an example of that. But
hey, the
Halo's pretty good at marketing. It was amazing, but it was false.
Yeah, but it was really good.
But I feel like what they could do is like, oh, it's free to play. Okay, people go check it out. And then people be like, okay, maybe I'm not a Halo kind of person, blah, blah, blah. Maybe I'll just go back to Call of Duty or whatever. And then they're like, we're coming out with a battle royale. Like, they do a crazy ass, like, surprise reveal or something.
Mm-hmm.
That we have a Halo battle royale in the works. And then that could just, like, you know, reignite the initial spike of people playing the free multiplayer. I don't know.
I think the strat would be have a battle royale at launch, and the update excitement play that you're talking about would be like adding another battle royale map or something. You cannot, they can't fuck this launch up. Halo can't go through another shitty launch. They did such a good job delaying the game. It was so the right call. I'm so proud of them. And honestly, super huge kudos. That is their leading franchise. Maybe we should talk about this one day.
Yeah. They've got balls to do that.
Yeah,
they
do have balls. You know, the amount of marketing promotions, the esports partnerships, that all this stuff they have to roll back. That was a really painful delay from a logistical standpoint, no doubt. Maybe even in some ways from a financial standpoint. They did say, you know, Phil Spencer did say the whole thing about like, well, we are going to actually, and this is what you're seeing right now. It said in the news, they have sold all of the units that they have made for the Series X and Series S They don't need Halo to move more move more units this year in particular. They literally can't make enough. They'll need Halo maybe for next year when everyone can get units. And it's why should I get your game? Well, because we have Halo, and now there's a reason to, right? So what I'm saying is, I think I went on that tangent. Battle Royale's got to be there at launch. Maybe you do an update later to kind of bring some more excitement. Everything
Thankfully, there's
be there.
There's no confirmation of that yet. Thankfully, so
Of what? Battle Royale?
of the Battle Royale and Halo Infinite.
Like I said, I would, for the scene in particular, I think Battle Royale would be really good for it. I would just be bummed because I would be bummed if it's a creatively bankrupt implementation of just a Halo skin, because I feel like you could have done something else that would have been fun with those same resources. I personally am excited about my idea, but do know that maybe that's not, if you're in a meeting with all the top designers at 343 and you propose an idea like that, I could definitely see them kind of saying like, well, that fundamentally changes the formula of the battle royale of a battle royale in more ways that we'd like to do, right? We'd like it to be a more accessible entry point to the average battle royale user than that, which is totally understandable. Maybe potentially better for the game overall and the scene overall. I understand. I would like more variants of Halo that I like to play and less that I don't. So anyway. That's what I think.
Yeah, the reality is if that happens, that would just be a part of the menu that I just don't see ever. So
Yes.
that would be part of the main menu that I would never go to. And that's worst case scenario for me. So
one thing that could be cool though, even in that situation where they make that shitty version, is you could have the map for custom games.
Oh yeah. For some crazy,
if you had the
Forge,
big ass
people can make
go for it.
Custom
in Forge,
games browser for a battle royale.
So this is how I could forgive a shitty implementation. If you say, yes, it's just a Halo skin, but you get access to the battle royale map in Forge for custom games, and we have a custom games browser, then
And
fine.
people don't have to do 4v4 on the what if people could set up their own battle royale?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's where I'm going with it. Is basically with custom games, the community can make whatever the fuck they want, including I always was Halo 5's Forge was awesome, but you didn't have the Warzone maps to play with. I mean, I don't know if did you have the arena maps to play with? I'm not sure if you did, but anyway,
I don't know. I didn't look at Halo 5's Forge enough. So
if you had the Battle Royale map and could use it as a template for Forge, that'd be a way I'd forgive it. So anyway, I forgive it. 343 doesn't need my bullshit opinions. They don't need any of our bullshit opinions. They are smart, intelligent people, and they'll be able to implement something I'm sure that somebody's going to like. I don't know if it'll be me.
If they do a Battle Royale.
Quite frankly, the world goes on. Worst case scenario, Halo's got Battle Royale. Who gives a fuck? Chief just better be badass. Joe Staten says the campaign's good. That's all it's not all I care about, but it's the main thing I care about right now. I just want to hear some more Through the Trees music. And I think with that, guys, any last thoughts on any of this that you guys want to say?
Battle Royale is going to bring in a lot of kids if this is how it's going to be, just saying.
Are you opposed to that?
Maybe.
Isn't that going to be good for you?
More people to teabag.
That's what I mean.
I mean, it's going to be quicker lobbies and more people to teabag with, because, less of a challenge. The more I get to kill, the more I get to teabag, the more I get to show my dominance over them, because they just won't know how to play. Although it won't feel accomplishing other than teabagging a whole team after killing them.
Right on. So, yep.
Not as
still good. Marcus, any last thoughts?
Halo Infinite's going to be a good game.
Yeah, I got a feeling I think it is too.
Well, I think we all said this about, Halo 5. So let's just hope.
They're just they have the right, they have the right. Anyway, they've got a pro team again. I don't know. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like
Halo Infinite's going to be a great
delayed
game.
Yeah, they're
Through the
believing
through the
from
trees,
Halo's
music is so fucking good. Maybe that's
So-
even how I finish this. Hold on. I don't think I'm gonna get copyrighted for it.
wait, is it?
Oh, maybe I
yeah,
will.
that's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah, fuck Twitch. I mean, they banned simp and shit. They're going to block me for through the trees. Do you see that? Simp, incel, and virgin are bad words now. Watch, I'm gonna get blocked.
Yeah, dude, you're not gonna be a next on Twitch. You're just not allowed to speak any words because anything you could say could potentially be offensive.
Of all of the
Unless you're
things
a
to take action on, though, what the fuck? There are so many other words
Yeah.
I feel like they should be worried about than those.
Yeah, like simp is a mere
Nobody
joke
takes those-
compared to what else people are saying.
Maybe they
on
don't.
Twitch.
Maybe they don't want to encourage. Maybe they don't want to discourage the big like dono simps who like throw tons of money at the big streamers. If you know what I mean.
That's- it's just like nobody you takes these words seriously, besides these little babies that can't handle being having any negative reinforcements.
I think it's ridiculous. I think those words.
Yeah, I think it's just like it's annoying when someone says it like too much. It just becomes like it's just a trash insult. You
It's
should
yeah.
just
It's
stop
fair to
embarrassing
say
yourself.
maybe there are ways that people are using it somewhere that is harassment. Okay, and I'm just not aware of it.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, the way I see it used is like that's a problem. Like compared to some of the other shit people say, on Twitch. Anyway, that's what I.
All right, boys, let's pack up the Halo
Let's do it.
podcast. Let's make
Until
a
next
Twitch
time, if you're
podcast.
listening to us right now, you can find us at kokoalaentertainment.com. There you can find links to all our social media. Go to our Discord. This is where we talk most about Halo of all the spots in our community. There's a Halo channel. That's where we talk about stuff. You'll find actually myself and the guys in this podcast there frequently, sometimes trying to run games, actually pretty frequently trying to run games. So come play some Halo with us if you're interested. Again, kokoalaentertainment.com. There's a link to Discord. And there's also tons of other good stuff on kokoalaentertainment.com that you can find links to. If you want to interact with us, go to the Discord. Until next time, everybody, we will see you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Shout out to all of our Koala Manjaro subscribers, especially I Got Your Potatoes, Marcus the OK, and Sand Squid. Thank you guys so much for your unbelievably generous support. And to all our Koala-tacular subscribers, thank you as well. If you'd like to join us on Patreon, know that you get a ton of stuff with your benefits. You can find all the information following the link in our bio wherever you're at. Go to our link tree, go to patreon.com, search KO Koala Entertainment. There you can find the multitude of benefits that await you when you subscribe. Thank you again so much.